everyone. Thanks so much for stopping by at the Peppered Peach. Today we are going to be making flourless chocolate cake from Magnolia Cookbook Volume Number 2. So I have not made this before, so it'll be an experiment for us all. And I'm excited because I do love chocolate cake, and an added bonus that there's no flour. So we have all of our ingredients right here. Let's get this going. All right, so our first step to make this chocolate cake is to, one, preheat the oven to 375, and we got a pan ready here, a cake pie pan. I've already put spray on it, and I made a little circle for the parchment paper. So I'm gonna put that off to the side. Then we're gonna go to the stove, and we're going to combine our butter, which is 1 stick of butter and a cup of morsels, and we're gonna let that all melt down. So let's head over. So we have our chocolate, which is a cup, and a full stick of butter. All right, so we'll let this melt down and we'll keep stirring it so it's all combined, and once it's done, we'll just push it off to the side. Okay, it's slowly melting. I'm just gonna keep stirring it till it's all melted down. A couple more minutes, and we should be set. Okay, this is just about all melted. So just like that, that's done, and we are gonna head over with this melted chocolate and butter. Yum. We're gonna dump it in this bowl, and then we're gonna start combining the rest of our ingredients. It already smells delicious. And it's only chocolate. All right. So now she says to add the sugar, which is 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Oops. There we go. Sugar. Okay. A 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt right here. We have salt, espresso powder. So I did not have espresso powder. They did not sell it at any store near me. So I looked up substitutes, and I actually can use the instant coffee. So I did use that. It's a tablespoon. Let's cross our fingers that I don't destroy it by just switching out one ingredient here. And then we have a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And what else does she say? And eggs. We have 3 eggs. So 1, 2, and 3. All right. So we will whisk this together. I do always have instant coffee in the house because if you all remember during the pandemic, whipped coffee was such a highlight in our lives. So I have never gotten off that whipped coffee kick. So I always have it in the house. I don't have it every day, but when I do, it's a treat. All right. So now that that's all in, let's take our cocoa powder, which is, I think, a 1/2 cup, right? I hope, yes, 1/2 cup. Dump that in. Oh. And we'll whisk this together. It's gonna be so weird. It's a weird concept not having any flour, because how will it rise? There's no baking powder, there's nothing. So I'm guessing the cocoa powder, and we'll find out. All right, so now that that's all combined, we'll put that aside, and we're gonna pour this into our prepared pan here. Right. Get every last bit in here. All right, and just like that, this goes into the oven at 375 for, let's see, 24 to 26 minutes. So let's pop it in and I'll see you in 24 minutes. All right, see you in 2-4. All right, our cake is done. I put a little knife in there to make sure nothing came out. It's all ready for us to take out, so I'm gonna grab it. Looks perfect. All right, so now we're gonna let this cool for about 10 minutes and then we're gonna take it out and let it cool in a rack to be completely cool before we add our ganache. All right, so while our cake is cooling completely, we're almost done. It's almost ready to be ganached. So I am gonna get started on the chocolate ganache. So I have cream here, it's a 1/2 cup. I'm gonna warm this up. We don't want it to be bubbly according to the instructions, but we need it to be warm. So I'm gonna put this in the microwave and start that process. Okay. All right, and in the meantime, I'm going to take our chocolate chips and our vanilla extract, which somehow, let me get a little bit more. I only need a 1/2 teaspoon, but for some reason, it's not, I think I left it out too long. All right, so let's stir this up. And then once our cream is warm, we'll add this in here and stir it. So now we wait. I feel better about it. Now I'm gonna pour this in and we're gonna stir with a whisk. Do I wanna whisk it? I think I might stir it first because then all the chocolate's gonna get stuck in between the whisks and it's gonna be annoying. So let's stir it first. Then once it breaks down, then I'll whisk it. Oh, it says let it sit for 3 minutes. We'll let it sit. Now we're letting it sit. We're gonna pretend like I didn't stir it. Go backwards in time. It's been 3 minutes. Now let's use the whisker. You know, you guys really need to start following the instructions. All right. Now we're talking. Look at that beaut. Okay. Yum, smells delicious. Chocolate on chocolate. Sign me up for some chocolate on chocolate cake. Okay, so I'm gonna pull the cooled cake out and then we're gonna top this on, we're gonna take the ganache and top it on the cake and then we're gonna let this cool completely for 1 hour. Then we can stuff our face. So we can make it. All right. Let me get the cake. All right, it's time to spoon our ganache on top of our beautiful flour cake and flourless cake, I should say. And let's see, it says spoon the ganache over completely cooled cake, check. Spreading it out to cover the cake and drip over the edges. Yes. You know, this didn't rise, like in her picture, it did rise a little bit more, but you know what? I'm sure it tastes the same. All right, let's throw this on. Looks really pretty though, doesn't it? All right, it's too bad that we have to wait a full hour, but there's worse things in life, right? All right, we're gonna set this off to the side and I'll see you in an hour. All right, y'all, it's time to try our flourless chocolate cake. It's been chilling for an hour. It's time to finally try what this tastes like. So let's go for it. Okay, that's good. You know what? I love the hint of chocolate. Like I said, we did swap out the espresso powder for the instant coffee. I do love that little hint of that coffee taste. The chocolate ganache is perfect. It almost tastes like a brownie and we put ganache on top, and I'm 100% okay with that. So it's super tasty, super moist, very surprising to me, but very good. So if you try it, let me know what you think. I'm gonna try this again with espresso powder to see how that changes the flavors, but it's very good. So thanks so much for stopping by. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. All right, so while our what? All right, it is finally time to try our flourless cake over here. No, I didn't like any of that. It sounded weird. Pingy!